All right, we're back on, everybody. So during closed council, there was two resolutions that were passed, and the general manager will now read out the resolutions made in closed council for item 10.1 and 10.2. General manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The first item related to the sale of land, being lot 17, 18 and 19 in Murramar Road, Stanbridge. And this evening, council approved to proceed with expressions of interest for 28 days, limited to joining landowners for the purchase of those lots without going to the open market. So that was the first item this evening. The second confidential item this evening related to the establishment of a regional panel of code of conduct reviewers, and council resolved to establish a panel of reviewers and appoint the reviewers selected through the Riverina and Murray Joint Organisation Expression of Interest process. And tonight, council endorsed the appointment of those code of conduct reviews, being KPMG, Centium and O'Connor Marsden and Associates for the 2025 to 2028 period. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, General Manager. And thank you, councillors, for a constructive ordinary council meeting. We had a really good meeting today. Now, before we officially close tonight meeting, we'll go around the council chambers and just ask the councillors about their activity reports. Councillor Kidd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Look, I'll just go very briefly here. We're currently still conducting the health survey. So anyone who hasn't filled that out, if they would please do that. This is vitally important. We have the support of the Minister on this, and we need to know what the community and even what the people around this table think of health services and what they need and what they would use. So that's really very, very important. I was also pleased to represent the Mayor at the quarterly police meeting with Narendra Council, and I thought that was very positive.
Thank you for that.
And some initiatives will come out of that, including a bit more, some reporting of police activities and statistics coming to council on a regular basis. So that will be good. It was also great, Councillor Morris and Councillor Weston. Was there any other councils go to the One School Global inspection? Excellent facility in our Shire, just down the road there, and I'm happy to let the other councillors talk about that, but school has certainly changed an awful lot since I was there, and they're doing amazing things, particularly with technology. So big shout out to that group and with the Plymouth Brethren, and they're doing a great job down there. Also participated in community consultation. Would have been nice to see a few more people along, but that's how it goes out at Whitton and Jarramore. Was also fortunate enough to represent the Mayor at the Leeton Masonic Village anniversary. So 25 years for the little units down there, and 15 years for Alf Herman Lodge. So I thought that was time flies, and what a great asset that is, and a lot of smiling faces, and a lot of people high up within the Masonic organisations and board members were also there for that. So that was wonderful to meet with them, and they had a very
three-course meal, did you?
I did have a three-course meal, councillor. Thank you for sending me on that. I'm not sure if I have to declare that. Thank you for sending me there for that one. That was great, and they're very, and I've extended that we're happy to work with them if they have any expansion plans and things like that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but just to keep councillors up to speed, tomorrow evening, myself and three others will be doing interviews for the position of caretaker at Kajildri Weir Park. I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful work done by Roy and Diane Trott out there. They've just been an amazing dynamic duo, and they've really turned the park around, and we're getting good results. Unfortunately, they are moving on. They too have a life. But interestingly, and the reason I'm raising it because it came up during the community consultations. One gentleman was surprised that we'd had any interest at all. I can tell you we're actually interviewing 7 parties tomorrow night. So I don't think I'll see much of State of Origin, but I think that's great. Very good quality applicants as well, with a wide range of experience in small business, running rural properties, all sorts of things, and obviously caravan parks and accommodation. So looking forward to the results of that, and a big thank you to Roy and Diane before I sit down. Thank you very much, everybody.
Councillor Kidd, Councillor Morris.
Oh, look, I'll be brief. Yes, we were made to feel very welcome at our one school site visit, and which I'm very pleased. The follow up of that, they've reached out to us for using some of our council facilities, so which I've passed on to appropriate council staff then to negotiate with them. So that's really wonderful. They certainly want to integrate and be part of our community, and school, you're right, is nothing like it used to be. State-of-the-art facilities. It's wonderful to see, and wonderful to see they bring a couple of busloads over from Griffith each morning, which is nice that they support the school here. I'm going to send a big welcome, and because it's our 200th park run this Saturday morning, and it'll be really lovely to have 200 people there participating in it from our shire. So another free community event run by a very tiny committee. And anyway, it's just something that we offer in our community, which I'm thrilled of. Brings visitors to our town, which always amazes me every week. You'll always have a visitor or two that actually go out of their way to stay overnight just to do it, whether it's to mark off the alphabet in the letter L or whatever their motive is. But anyway, it's all great. But just, to get people out there, mixing, communicating, walk, run, hop, skip, do what you like. So please, love to see you all about 7:45 Saturday morning. Look, you'll be all done and dusted by 9 a.m. and go off to your coffee. So anyway, just putting it out there, but please pass it on to others in the community, because it's we're down there every single week, and it's just wonderful when you get a few roll up, which is great, which we do. We average 35 to 40, but we'd love it to be 100.
Thank you, Councillor Morris. I'm going to go one by one on Zoom, and we'll go with Councillor Tynan first. Tynan, can you activity report? You got anything there? Yep.
Yes, the only activity I've done is I went to a meeting last week at the council chambers about the public consultation of documents. I have to say at this point that I notified the general manager that with my new job, I actually leave from home at 7:30 in the morning, and it's increasingly difficult to make any sort of engagements for portfolio activities, especially the ARIC one that was called for 9:30 on a Tuesday morning. It's impossible for me to get to these sorts of things during the workday. I even work tomorrow night. I don't finish until 9:30, and 5 o'clock other Wednesdays. But so this is why I've notified the GM of the difficulty that I have in getting to these portfolio meetings.
Thank you, Councillor Tiffin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to thank the people who do represent us, all the councils and the mayor who represent us at all the formal events. I note that I've had some difficulty attending due to health reasons recently, but I also know that all of us are sort of on the job in lots of informal ways all the time, with conversations and, people asking questions in the coffee shop and research and inquiries and networks that we're doing. So, I just want to sort of put that on the record. And also, speaking of community events, Leeton Stedford is back at the Roxy this year, which is very exciting, and entries close on the 1st of June. So like Tracy in the park run, it'd be really great to see big boost in numbers for Eisteddfod this year.
Thank you, Councillor Tiffin. Councillor Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, I've had the delight of being on holiday since our last meeting, which I did attend remotely while I was on holiday. Just couldn't bear to miss out. But in the intervening time, I've had a lovely tour of Vietnam and Western China. And I can say that being a councillor has made me much more aware of water and sewage systems everywhere I go. And I can tell you that there are parts of the world and even parts within an individual country that have very varied quality of plumbing. And when I returned to Leeton on Sunday afternoon, it was such a delight to go over to my tap and drink the water out of it in a cup.
Very, very true.
Nothing to worry if I swallowed a bit of water when I was brushing my teeth or anything like that. So I think it really drives home the value of what we do, of what our council staff do. I think it's interesting that in Australia, a town of 12,000 or less people can run a high quality, very safe, reliable water system, whereas in another country, a city of 10 million can't seem to get it together to get clean water through the tap or to not have a sewage on the street. I think we've got
That's an observation.
We are very developed here, and I think that it's a testament to all the generations of leaders and workers that have come before us. So keep up the good work, everyone.
Thank you, Councillor Wright.
Thanks.
Councillor Mayton.
I actually don't have anything to report this month. I think between the April meeting being held in that first week of May and now, and I've had to spend a significant chunk of time in Sydney due to personal reasons. I haven't got anything to report this month.
That's okay. Councillor Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess I'm in a similar boat with both Councillor Maynard and Councillor Wright. What? Due to being away.
Thank you, Councillor Edwards. Councillor Nardi.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I also actually have nothing to report this month for my council activity, although I have had plenty of activity on the soccer field. That is enough for me, right? So thank you very much and well done.
Every time.
Great to see you. It's very good. I won't go for everything, but I also had a bit of a holiday and came straight off the plane and went straight into Country Mayors Association in Sydney. That's very good. We've got some minutes from that. That's going to be mainly on health. Council Kids collaborative health was previewed there. We gave a bit of a talk on that, didn't we? And Leeton One School, yes, that was a great thing to be down there. And great, another section of our community. And the main thing I want to talk about is the community consultation session. We have to do it. It's the right thing to do. But we went out to Whitton. We had 2 people at Whitton, right? Then we came into Jarramore. And then from Jarramore, we went to Yanko. And then Yanko, we went to here. But there's a number of ways of people can, and look at the camera, but there's a number of ways that people can put forward their information to us that we require. Have your say, it's on the website. Very important that you give us an indication of where we want to go and how we're going to go and how we're going to pay for it and how we're going to get direction from the community. So please, can you make sure you put a submission in for the community consultant sessions. The audit risk committee, I was able to get to that one, and I can't preempt anything, but I know that they're very happy with us. That's great. Great staff have done that. But also I must thank the staff for their work they've done with the community consultation session. I think, Terry, you've got that fixed up on the website. Yep, that's good. And I went to the Scottish Ball. It was very interesting, the Scottish Ball. And I had a bit of observation, like a great community event that we can do. So, and also we had the LMAG, yes, the councillor Kidd.
Forgot to mention that,
Yeah.
Mr Mayor, to my disgrace.
I think it's very important that us councillors are mixing in the community, talking to people, getting information, representing us.
Wonderful exhibition.
So we might just close that at a certain time.
Thank you, Mr Mayor.
All right, we're going to close at
Artist husband.
8:50. And then we